Today we're going to have a little bit of a Dirkscussion, okay? We're going to talk primarily about my decision not to buy this battle when it became available. I owned this one, Frank Fischer battle with Westinghouse micarta. And some very cool stuff on this one. And as you know, I'm a big fan of Frank Fischer and the battle in particular. This is the King battle. I didn't name it that. Frank, Abe, and Jim Skelton, Frank, the maker, Abe, the original owner who commissioned this, they came up with the name, and Jim Skelton just kind of promoted that when he did the video on this knife maybe 10 years ago now, give or take, when it was new. Okay. I've carried this. Today is day 250 in the pocket. Full video on that, the whole carry a knife project, if you will, coming later in the year of 2024. So at the time of filming, 250 days with the King battle, and today is September 2nd, 2024. So this came to me from a friend, Kyle, who bought it in an estate auction, along with several other custom knives. This thing is freaking beautiful. And at the time, he said he was going to sell a couple of the knives that he bought, and he was keeping this one. And he was keeping another battle, and he was keeping a non-flipper flipper and things like that. Well, life happens. And he shipped this to me with a TJ Fischer, Frank's brother, a small one, to try to sell for him. I really considered buying this. I have not seen, up until this one, another Frank Fischer battle with Westinghouse micarta. A little bit of the specs on this. It's just a hair over 4 3/8 closed. 7 7/8 overall with a 3.46-inch blade. Compare that to my one that I own. We're almost exactly the same. Same overall length. The scale's just a hair shorter on mine. And the blade is just a hair shorter. 3.46 versus 3.43. Really negligible. If you really hold them up side by side, if I have what can I use to kind of straight edge it? This one is super straight. It's hard to see, but mine is noticeably a little tiny bit shorter. Well, it's hard to tell. But when you measure it, it's a little shorter. Okay, whatever. So I like this size because it's a great carry size. Wish it was maybe slightly bigger at like 3.6-inch blade. But I really considered buying this, and I didn't. How many battles does one person need? That's a question. And I already have the 3 sizes that I needed. Let me grab my other one. So this is a good collection here. 3.5, 4, and 4 1/4. If that fits in the screen barely. I thought that was a great collection. But this one really adds to the collection. But does it really? Do I need another expensive knife to sit in a drawer? As I've talked about in some other videos, I'm kind of reevaluating my collection right now. So I passed on this. And I sold it to my buddy Anthony. He paid Kyle. Away you go. A couple things I really like about this that I've not seen elsewhere with Frank is this blackened bolsters. Like, they are such a rich black. All the way around. I mean, I was really impressed by that. I really like the Westinghouse pivot collars. The Damascus pivots are always great. Pocket clip and backspacer. Thick titanium liners. This thing is solid. And that Damascus pattern is different than anything I own today. When I showed my girlfriend this one, she really fell in love with this one. She goes, "That's so pretty. It's different than all your other knives." Which, again, made me kind of consider buying it. But I didn't. I am exercising extreme caution and willpower with this one. With the understanding with Anthony, and it does work because we have made this agreement before, that if he wants to sell it, he has to let me know first and give me the first right of refusal or whatever that is. I don't know. In a year from now, if he offered it to me, would I buy it? I don't know. Does it fit my collection of battles? Not necessarily, but would it look good? Yeah. An interesting thing, mine weighs in at 6.4 ounces. The Westy, 5.4 ounces. Now mine has Damascus scales instead of the micarta. Mine's engine turned on the inside. Has this one got the engine turning? Yeah, it does. On the inside of the liners. All in all, this is a fantastic knife. This size is slightly small, but my pinky does fit over there. And I do have one more battle to film here shortly. That's a 3 1/4. It's like 3.1 something, which I also thought of buying. That's why it was sent to me. Because now that one would fit this collection. But it's different. So that's a different video. So, yes, I have a problem. I love this model knife. And it just works for me. You may not like it. You may think it's the ugliest knife you've ever seen. And that's okay. That's the beauty of collecting. So this is going to get shipped off shortly to Anthony. A brand new knife from Odin Custom just came in the other day that belongs to Anthony. So once I film that Odin Custom, I will box them both up and get them shipped off to him in a week or two from now. But I'm really honored that he sent this, well, that Kyle sent this to me to sell for him. I believe there's a non-flipper coming from Kyle also now that is available for sale. So a lot of times we buy these knives thinking we're never going to sell them, right? Don't we always tell ourselves that? But then another shiny thing comes up over there, or over there, or over there. Wait, there's something over there too. And then we sell off some knives. I have a knife for sale right now from Frank Fischer, a Fury, that I never carry. That, like, I'm more into the battle model from him than the Fury. And other shiny things came in. I picked up a Snoopy watch. Okay. The Silver Snoopy Award 50th anniversary of the Apollo 13 mission. Okay. And that's not an inexpensive watch. So I had to make some choices. Do I buy this? Do I buy the Rockstead fixed blade, which I did buy? That's in the drawer. I can't buy all the knives. I need to start refining my collection, slowing down, not buying every shiny thing, and really buying pieces that I'm going to keep. As beautiful as this is, and as different as it is in my collection, right now the timing wasn't good with picking up the Rockstead and picking up that Omega watch. So Anthony gets a screaming deal and a beautiful knife to carry. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Frank Fischer battle and on this crazy hamster wheel thing that we are on as crazy knife collector, obsessive, compulsive people that have to finish out a collection and have to own all of the beautiful knives. Why? We can't carry them all, but we can say we own them. I don't know. It's an interesting spot, and I'm sure I'll have another video about that shortly, trying to wrap my head around it. And it also just documents my journey in my knife collection as well. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do greatly appreciate it. If you have made it to the end of this, comment down below. Battle.